Hi and welcome to another one of my videos. This time I'm going to be repairing a bit of junk I found on eBay. I've been looking into doing my game gear, but it's beyond me at the moment, so unfortunately that's not going to happen yet. So this time I've done what everybody else has done, and I have bought the broken Nintendo DS Lite in pink because there seem to be so many of them and they're so cheap. Usual thing, I have the broken hinge, not quite as bad as what you see on most. I've got a free claim included, bless him, thank you very much. But we've got the hinge issue that they all have. This one's not snapped off here yet, which I see on a lot. So we're going to pop that, and you're going to laugh at this because you've probably seen this a million times if you watch these kind of videos. In another case, and because it's the cheapest one on the internet, and it's just the reason I think everybody's done this one, is going to be the transparent one. Let's put that to one side for a moment and see what we can get out of this. Let's open it up. So if you buy any screen kits for any of your little 8-bit handhelds, you get these screwdrivers with them, best thing to do is to get rid of them and use your own. What a waste of time. Right. Yep, definitely use your own. Under here. Hey! I can find that in a bit. In fact, the new one should come with it. So ping! There you go. So they're all out. So what we need to do now, if I recall correctly, is to unbutton the ribbon cable on the opposite side of this board, and then it should all come out. But before you do that, you've got one wire there to remove. I think you have to pop that off and pull that under the circuit board, and I'm sure there's one underneath here for the microphone. So you do have to take what I think that's the Wi-Fi on there. I think you have to pop that off to get to it, but we'll just start here with it. Gently lift them off. Be very gentle with these plugs because they're thinner than your own fingernails. That should unplug nicely. The bottom of the unit come away. Now, hopefully my new kit comes with a new screen bezel or screen cover or whatever this is, because I really don't want to drop a nice big pink surround on in a transparent case. It's going to look really in your face. I know that it comes with the top one, so let's just hope it comes with the bottom screen. I'm not entirely sure yet if you just have to peel that away or not. I've not seen anyone change that, so I may have to look into that one. But now we can just unclip the wire for the microphone, which I hope is the microphone. We have two screws in here which must hold that on there. Now I'm going slightly blind. I can't remember what they did here, so let's get the keypads out anyway. The buttons look like they should just fall straight out. Then we have two screws there. I think the hard bit is going to be remembering where all these different size screws go. That is going to be very difficult. So what's that removed? That is dropped. There we go. Lots of muck out with it as well. There's the end of the hinge. We're left with 4 more crossheads. Mr. Spudger can stay away from the screens this time too, if we don't want to repeat performance of the Game Boy Pocket. Which I've also ordered a bivert mod for. I'm going to try and fit the bivert mod to the Game Boy Pocket. So what I think we have to do now is get the screen flipped over, and underneath here there's a screw to remove part of it, possibly. I'm sure the speakers come away easy enough, they should just fall out. Yeah, they do. That one is absolutely chock full of muck. Now how will we remove the screen? Does it just press? Ah! Pop! Ah, right. So you can slide the ribbon cable into this tiny groove here to get it out, and as we can see, that is a disgustingly dirty DS. So that being said, remove this ring. I assume I should roll that up first. And just pop that through. Yes, there we go. That's all come away. We need that little speaker gasket. Don't know, but we'll just flip him out. That was nice. It lands there. All of the hinge components need to be removed. All that remains. Oh, he's a tri-wing. Stop it, Nintendo. Just stop it. Out you pop. Opens just like a Game Boy cartridge, and it's either a dust cover or a jumper. Like it must be a dust cover because the machine runs without it. So I'll just pop you over here. See what we've got inside this. So we have a screen gasket. That's just to keep it in the correct position. Transparent keycaps. All the parts needed for the case, power switch, etc. Screws. But alas, no hinges. So I now need to remember, I just disassembled this. Do it backwards, bosh. But first, I think what I might do is change these. I don't know if that covers the screen or it's around the edge. I hope it's around the edge. I really do hope it's just around the edge. That's just going to be a nightmare if it isn't. Okay, so we have two gaskets. The AS, I think that will be to go around the outside of the screen. I really hope it is. We'll put them in the way. So they look like the screen parts. If not, I did order some more, but they're blue, so you know, I don't know. I don't know. Let's grab them. Let's grab them. What do they look like? They're blue. That wouldn't be too bad. Shall we go with the blue? It's a blue. I quite like that. Or white. Shall we do blue? Let's do blue. Let's do the blue ones. Right, let's do the blue ones. Sorry, white ones. I'm going to use the blue ones. So we can start with the easiest thing and the jumper pack, dust cover, etc., whatever, back together. but I don't think I'm going to get this off without destroying the screen. We'll see. So that's the screen all as clean as it's getting. There's our new blue gasket to drop on. Hopefully this has got a sticky back. And hopefully removing that other one wasn't too traumatic for the touchscreen. So I hate to lose that feature and then have to just chop this in half and make a big Game Boy Advance. So that's done. Now we just need to reattach that to the board and we can put that in the new case and get rid of another pink bit. So away with you for a second and also with you. Another pink bezel unfortunately needs removing from the screen. So I think the best thing to do is to just put the screen into position and then put this over the top. Trying to line it up this way is just not going to work. There has to be a better way of doing this. I've obviously not discovered it yet, so we're going to put that face down for a minute. And this time it will fit because everything is lined up. So there's the top half of the console. Let's get those other screws in the front. I'm going to kick myself if I miss anything on this mod because wow, is it time consuming to disassemble and reassemble one of these. That seems to have all come together nicely. No funny bulges, twists or warps that aren't already present in the slightly bent case. So that's the top half of the machine done. Now I need to get the bottom all together. But in order to do that, I first need to remember how to feed this all back through. Right, so sorry I had a bit of a struggle there. What I missed was the slit cut in there for the ribbon cable was so small I couldn't do anything, so I've had to hack it a bit wider just so that I could slide the cable in and get it on. So all I've done since is get that in and pop the hinge in this side, which is pretty much that part of the console done except for here, so we could do with screwing that on now. Right, that doesn't appear to be going anywhere. Perhaps a little force. It just does not want to go at all, which is quite disturbing. Right, let's give this another go. Mr. Tight Screw. There's nothing tapped into that. That's just a plastic post that I've worn away. No good. No good at all. Right. Okay, so because we messed this case up, it looks like I'm just gonna have to lump it in with one screw. So I'm pretty sure now all he's left to do is to just flip that over and drop it in. After connecting the ribbon cable. Right. And just click back into place. Now I'll probably do this the way we did the beginning, and have the plugs face up so it doesn't catch on anything as it's going through, and just work it back in. Right, now I've got to work out how the triggers go on, because I didn't see how they came off. See, now it's not staying on, so something's gone wrong. We can see my screens are fine. I've now got to work out why it's going straight off. So let's get cracking into that. Right, so what it was, I opened it up and it was a little tiny beady little ribbon connector there. I'd not quite got in the port correctly, so I switched on halfway for assembly. It stayed on, which was a good sign, so hopefully this time it will stay on again. There we go. So that's on. Let's just peel it off, because there's a lovely rainbow effect on that screen, so I'm hoping it's just the... Yep, there we go. So the screen still has a little bit of yellow in, but that was the console itself. Let's remove all that. Drop a game in. Let's see what we've got. Also just the touch screen. There's your fatality, ladies and gents, unless that isn't the default thing. It looks like my touch screen's died. Okay, so there we go. So all I did was take the edge off and sort of really press down and clean the screen, and we seem to almost have it working. I mean, we have portions of the touchscreen are working, but not everything, which is a shame. But as you can see, as I do this, it does activate, but you seem to have to press on a lot harder than you once did. Which of course is a massive shame. So for a split second you see it worked and then it stops. So what I'll do is try and go on the touchscreen and see if we can't repair that as well, but that'll be added in a week or two's time. So for now, I think I'll wrap that up and call it half a success.